So, this is going to be part one of a series of videos where, well, hopefully this is successful enough, right, chat? I'll give you a bet, too. We're going to cover what we consider to be the strongest, I think we can mostly all agree on, not everyone, of course, the strongest aspect and overall build for each weapon. So this is going to be about the daggers. So we're going to take out aspect of pan, your special, seek foes in your cast, and fire more shots if you channel for longer, up to +5 Omega special max shots. It's just a very easygoing aspect, I think. It works well in a lot of different ways. It's just has a very high top end, though. Much higher than the other two, I do think, as well. So meaning that you can output like a crazy amount of damage with this aspect. So as to why it's not the other two, I think that's the big reason why. There's definitely a decent chunk of hammers here that work really well. There's at least 3. And yeah, I think it's more favorited. I do think it has a much higher top end for that. We're gonna do Poseidon on the special because you channel so many special daggers, right? Anytime that you're hitting a large amount of times, quickly or with a lot of projectiles via your attack or your special, then Poseidon's gonna work better, you know? Something with on-hit effects is gonna work better. Whereas if you hit really slowly, Poseidon's gonna be terrible. So if you're using the axe, putting his Poseidon on the attack would work very poorly. But it works really well here where we're rapidly firing, right? So here's our Arcana setup. Pretty straightforward stuff. I do have Death on, even though I don't think it makes a ton of sense here at this point in time. You could probably swap that out for the Lovers if you really wanted. Or maybe even Artificer. Because I don't know. Maybe we should just do Artificer. I don't know. But I guess I like having the Moon on. It's kind of fun. But yeah, make sure you have the Sorceress on for this. Of course, Origination you pretty much always want on. I like having all the rolls and the Boatman on here. So yeah, this is very much so going to be a bit of a slower pace run where we kind of talk about everything. We have, I mean, we'll just do Zero Fear because it kind of doesn't matter what you have on here. So we can kind of talk about like the nuances of the weapon and everything like that. Feels a lot like Aspect of Chiron from Hades 1. Yeah. So let's go. Let's go. So we just want Poseidon's special here. We're going to start with the Keepsake, which means that we cannot get a hammer or Selene in the first chamber if you use a gun's Keepsake, which is, thank God, you know, no more Selene chamber 1 while you're doing this. We have to get his special here. It would be really bad. I don't think Fluid Gain is horrible for us in terms of a magic regen, but there's probably better. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. We're just trying to, for people interested, like what to go for each weapon, we're trying to showcase that.
Let's do it.
No way they're going to do it to me again. Okay. All right. Rarefy it. Your specials hit foes with a splash that knocks other foes away. Splash damage 30. So now you can drop your special, but you don't have to do it every time here. One interesting thing that might hurt your fingers a little bit, though, is that you can charge the Omega and drop your cast. This works with everything as far as I understand it. There's some weirdities behind it, though. You can drop your cast while charging it, like that. See? So, I say hurt your fingers. It might spread your thumb a little bit. Hestia is fine for this. We're not going to roll past it or anything like that, that's for sure. There is the Scalding Vapor duo, which would be okay, but it would be a lot to ask for. It probably sets itself up for the most part, though. We can take her cast or whatever. I think that would be nice for the most part. Is it possible to get the 16 hammer knives? Yep, that one's incredibly good. Incredibly strong. Let's just get our nectar here. Probably the best one. It might be tied with hook knives, I'm not sure. Ideally, you get those 2 hammers. Hook knives and spiral knives, as they call it. Let's double check. Oh, Hearth Gain is, yeah, quite good here for us. But what sets us up for the duo and how much do we want it? We have to decide. Scalding Vapor. If foes with slip are struck by fire from Hestia, they are engulfed in steam. So you'd have to get Slippery Slope from Poseidon. We already want to go for Golden Rule, which means we have to get Ocean's Bounty or double up from Poseidon. So it's kind of asking for a lot from Poseidon if we take if we set up for Scalding Vapor. Although Smoldering is a pretty good cast boon overall. I think it's quite good. It helps set up for Origination too. Now, Scalding Vapor actually removes slip from enemies, or rather the steam removes slip from enemies, which makes it a little weird, because that means that it reduces your origination or your curses on enemies, right? Steam does not count as a curse, unless they changed it, and I'm not aware of it. Now, yeah, it says it removes slip. Doesn't say it's a curse on its own. I haven't played much with Hearthgame. Oh, whenever your attacker or special deal damage. Oh, it's not Omega specials. Oh, okay, yeah, we don't want it then. I kind of forgot. It's not Omega. All right, we're going to go Smoldering then. That is really important to know, right? We're going to go right here because Psyche increases our max magic by a tiny bit. So even just our regular special is pretty good for picking off enemies here. And Hearthgame might have been okay with that. Still. Alright, pick it up. We can palm the special here, that's fine. We do need magic regen. But we're not in the biggest rush. Worst case, we kind of have to slow it down versus like Hecate or something like that, but it is kind of a high priority. So if we're setting up for Golden Rule, we don't want to spend a lot of money, obviously. But it's not that big of a deal. Oh, Hera is perfect, because if we want Golden Rule, we have to get Hera. This way we don't have to like use her keepsake just to get the first boon from her. We'll look at the prerequisites in a sec. I mean, already, no hammer. Look at that. Pretty juicy already, right? But I get Crashing Waves with it. Unfortunately, it's already cut from the game. Crashing Waves is gonzo. So let's see. So, Golden Rule, to remind you, Golden Rule is kind of weird. I'll try to do a quick overview of how Golden Rule works. You deal more damage the more gold you have. Bonus damage per 100 gold, 10%, so it claims. The way this should actually read in terms of the description should be your strikes deal more damage the more gold you have. And it should say bonus damage per 10 gold plus 1. But not 1%, just 1. Because the way it works is for every 10 gold you have, you will add a flat amount of damage to all of your attacks and specials. Maybe your cast, but I haven't personally tested that. Zyru says it's your cast as well. So if you have 1,000 gold on you, each one of your specials will deal an extra 100 damage. That doesn't get multiplied by anything else like your special boon, or Hydraulic Might, or Chaos boon, or anything like that. It might get multiplied by crits, but I don't know if we've confirmed that either. So it's a weird boon. It's a really weird boon. But it's also incredibly strong. They doubled the amount from 5 to 10 in the most recent patch. So it's really good. Okay, sorry. What were the prerequisites? So we already have a cast boon, but Born Again is one of them. Born Again did get nerfed, and people are talking a lot about it. So whenever you run out of magic prime to restore all magic up to the reduced limit, magic primed 18 is still incredibly strong. Possibly still the strongest. It's incredibly good, because you kind of don't got to worry that much about magic, and it requires no maintenance. A lot of people might look at someone like Zeus's magic regen. No. And think that, oh, that's just better now. But it requires interactions, and it requires you to go to a specific spot in a room. And it's certainly not bad. But it's not Born Again. It's not Born Again, I feel. We don't want that. Nemesis will steal your door. That's why we're going to pause here. And we're going to pause after we open this. I don't think I want that stuff. There's Arachne and there's the shop. So Arachne's buffs are pretty much all temporary. Unless you never lose all of your armor at any point in the run. So we don't really want her that badly. Oh. She tried. She tried. So we can help set up Origination better here with Demeter. There is Golden Rule to think of still, because while you don't really want to spend a lot of money, it's okay to spend some. I think setting up Origination would be more important, so we'll take Gale Force or Frigid Sprint here to get another curse. I think I would prefer Gale Force. That way it's all loaded in the cast. It's all set. Boom. I'm not going to buy the Palm, I'm not going to buy the Health, because I want to get a juicy Golden Rule run. You don't have to, like, conserve your money here, though. That's up to you. If you're feeling like you need the help right now, go ahead and spend, right? Gale Force is good. Origination is all set. If you don't know what Origination does, it's plus 50% damage whenever an enemy has 2 curses on them. The 2 curses have to be from different gods, so you cannot have Freeze and Cyclone from Demeter and have that work. Sorry, I'm too used to pausing here. Seleni's okay. She's better with some builds. She's worse with others. I think I will still take the money here, though, and kind of keep with the theming of the build, I guess you could say. I'm definitely not as down on her as when the early access first came out. So if you're just checking in recently and you haven't played, I do think she's in a better spot now. I think the number one thing you got to keep in mind is that typically you run out of boons you really want or need on the average run. This will give us a random palm, the Nectar. You kind of run out of boons you need oftentimes. So getting Selene is kind of nice eventually. You just don't really want her early that much. Uh-oh. Is this bigger in a video? They might have less. All right. I mean, I can't really like announce every single Arcana possible setup in case their ranks are a little lower. Origination, you might not have leveled up as much, but it should be a really big priority. That was the first one I got to rank 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk from a max save file standpoint. So you could take the free health here, right? I don't think you do, though, because you just want more chances at Poseidon. Again, you could go that way. It's fine. I don't really want to spend money unless it's Poseidon. It is not. In order to get Golden Rule offered, we need Ocean's Bounty or Double Up from Poseidon first. I don't think we buy Hera, because the best thing she could get for us is, I don't know what, her dash? Don't want her attack. We don't really plan to use the attack ever in our lives. So this way.
There you are.
First one you maxed out was DD. I would have done that one, but it's so dang expensive. It was like crazy expensive, right? All right, there we go. No hammer still, by the way. Oh, I didn't really talk about the familiars yet. Frog versus cat. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Do whatever you have fun with. I mean, for like a low fear run like this, it's really not a huge choice. I think the cat might be a slightly better defensive option. Slight way. Oh no, it went through. Went through what, though? I don't even know. I don't even know, chat. So yeah, we just don't have to worry about magic at all with Born Game this run already. So charge up an Omega Special. You kind of want to get... It goes up to 30 magic right now. It could be more depending on the hammers and stuff.
Got it.
Don't remember what we maxed out first. I think I got the second DD, and then it just got so dang expensive for the third. It was like, well, I'm going to get other stuff first. Okay, we're going to think about the file keepsake here. There's nothing that we want to turn from common to heroic, so that's not going to happen. That's Narcissus's keepsake. Narcissus's keepsake. So now we just want... We've already used up Poseidon's keepsake. We already have a Hera boon, so we just need more Poseidon stuff now. We already have Origination. There's also Scalding Vapor to consider, which means we need Slip from Poseidon. Golden Rule, I think, should be a higher priority, though. But I guess we'll see what Poseidon offers us. We might roll some doors and things like that. So what do you want for a keepsake now on your average run? A hammer will probably run out if you put it on now. I like Chaos's Egg, but it is gambling. If you aren't worrying about magic consumption, then the egg is going to be a lot less good. Like, we don't really need... Because so many of Chaos's boons affect magic. Either reduces your magic costs, increases your max magic, or it gives you magic regen, right? So many of those do that. So if you don't need it, then Chaos is definitely not as good, I think, here. So we don't really want another God keepsake then at this point. Black and Fleece is obviously very far away. I'm not a huge fan of Crystal Figurine. Definitely no Moonbeam. Definitely no White Antler. Metallic Droplet's actually quite nice, I think. A lot of people don't like the timer aspect of it, which I understand, but the channel faster is huge. It's really, really big. What about Gold Purse? It's just not a lot. 150 gold, it's not a lot. You could think about it. Evil Eye is not set correctly for me, so it's not worth considering. If you wanted the defensive keepsake, I think I recommend the pin. It works once per chamber. Gives you 10 seconds of imperviousness. If you clear the enemies, then you get to keep your DD. We don't need Silver Wheel. So there's just not much here that could help the run entirely. I'm not a big fan of Concave Stone because it could screw you. It could screw you over because what if we pick up a Poseidon boon and it tries to swap our magic regen boon and we get forced to take it? It does make a little bit of sense here since we want Slippery Slope and or Ocean's Bounty and or Double Up though. So maybe it's not a horrible option here, honestly.
The stone.
Let's try it out. You think I'll get screwed? Don't need the health. Don't need any of that stuff. Chaos for Affluence. Yeah, you could go for that.
Into the depths.
Max Gold or something, right? Hammer good after Skilla?
The airs.
It's just very random, right? Hey, our first hammer, finally. It's just very, very random. So you might get... I don't know, in a run like this, what is it, like... I don't know, like, how many different hammers are possible for the dagger off the top of my head. I don't know how many affect your special versus... attack. So I haven't counted the pool or anything like that. So it's like a 50-50 in my mind, if it helps you or not. So it might be a totally wasted keepsake, essentially. Okay, unfortunately, we didn't get the best, but Sudden Flurry is good. This is one of the three, I would say. There's two that would probably be more fun. Flick Knives is not a good hammer, I feel, period. Escalating Ambush, not a good hammer, I feel, at all. Neither of those are good hammers in my mind. Flick Knife sounds fun, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense. This doesn't sound very exciting, and I guess it's not very exciting, but it's actually quite helpful. Ideally, we'd get Hook Knives or Spiral Knives, just to get more special hits, basically.
Down we go.
Do. Woo! Okay. I could probably be spamming the Omega special way more often, especially now with Sudden. This used to be way better before the recent patch. So we know we don't want to... We'd prefer not to spend money to save up for the Golden Rule. But Narcissus here is... I don't know. Narcissus's room only has one exit, which is kind of bad. Ideally, you want as many exits as possible to get more choices. Thus, you're more likely to get the things that you want, right? Narcissus could give you a random boon, but besides that, there's not a lot. I think for now, we actually do go to the shop. I think you do go to the shop. But you only spend if there's Poseidon here. Oh. Oh. Interesting. No mini-boss here yet, which is surprising. Mini-boss would be marked with a skull. We don't need Demeter. We have Origination all set. I don't really want to palm the special that bad. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we'll go for more Chaos. Kind of for fun. Seeing a lot of Poseidon builds. Would you say he has the best boons currently? Not really. If you use his attack or special, it's just really dependent on the weapon. It's a little painful. You think we'll be okay, chat? I think we'll be okay. I probably wouldn't recommend this if you're a bit newer to the game, though. So there's Hera, but we're going to roll the door. There's Poseidon. Okay. So when it comes to this, it's likely that it's going to be the gods you already have. Do we have 4 gods already? We have Poseidon, Hestia, Hera, and Demeter. So that means once you have 4 gods in your pool, the game's not going to offer you new ones naturally. New gods. Naturally, unless you like put on their keepsake or something like that. So this door was always going to be one of those 4 gods when you're rolling. Oops. Let's get in. Oops. I keep pausing. Ah, yeah, sorry. My bad. I forget. We were speed running earlier. That's so much faster, isn't it? I'm used to like having hook knives with this. Ocean's Bounty. Slippery Slope is here. It's more important to get Ocean's Bounty, but that is nice, isn't it? It's quite good. It's quite good. It's tempting. Golden Rule is more important. It's kind of more fun, too. All right, so we can take double up. Oh, no. What if it swaps? No, it might do this, too. Dang you, concave stone. That's frustrating. It's not the worst, but it's not good. It's not the end of the world if we took it. It's just not ideal. Question about origination. Say an enemy is afflicted by one curse already. Say your special has a curse. Will hitting the enemy with your special activate origination right away on that hit, or will the first hit apply the curse, second special will get the P-stat benefit? You have to have it on already. It might kind of depend on a few things, though. It might depend on a few things there. Supposedly Blitz does affect itself nowadays. But yeah, you gotta have it already on. Can Chaos appear in the file shop or only mid-shop? Never seen Chaos in a file shop for any zone, I believe. I'm questioning if we roll this again. If it does swap, it's not the worst. It's only a 75% chance to get a second boon here anyway, right? I'd rather have Ocean's Bounty than double up, personally. We might get neither offered if I roll again, though. It costs 2 to reroll. We have 7 on us already. I'm going to get Hydraulic Might. Hydraulic Might's okay. Hey, hey! Called it, huh? Called it. Ideally, we'd get, like, Slippery Slope at the same time. All right, we'll just take the Hermes boon now, too. Woo! For some reason, we were talking about this earlier. Hydraulic Might makes you immune at the start of combat now? In Hades 1, would using Doom as the second curse amplify the Doom effect? You know, I don't remember off the top of my noodle. I'm not sure. Zyro! Nitro Boost, Mean Streak, Nimble Limbs. They're all kind of mediocre. Do we really want to spend rolls here? We kind of want to save our rolls for things like trying to get Golden Rule. Re-rolling the mini-boss to get Poseidon, too. Or Hera now. Nimble Limbs doesn't affect our Omega special. Plus, it would be kind of overkill with Sudden Flurry. It's not the worst, though. I do think Nitro Boost is okay. You know what? Let's roll at least once. Maybe we can get Quick Buck. There you go. So that's kind of... That is good, but we'll go for big money for Golden Rule. Oh, doubled! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Woo! I took damage from the cast there still. Ah, am I gonna submit my run? Already did. Probably just hasn't been verified yet. I haven't checked on it today, though. For the old or the new Hermes? In what way? Like the boons from Hermes and Hades 1, you mean? I didn't really love how strong plus dashes was in Hades 1. And it felt like I was kind of forced to take it very often. Oh, the old Hermes boon in Hades. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, no, these are way better. Oh, these are so much better now. We do Hera, because she could give us Golden Rule, too. Ready? Do the dance. Come on. We don't want those. We have 900 gold already. Origination's already online.
Let's see how this goes.
Game. I think we do roll it once more. If you don't want to do that, you could fill one of the core boon slots, which will help slightly in getting dual boons in the future. We don't have a way to apply Hitch. I wouldn't really use the attack, so you could just do this. I think we roll once more.
Worth the risk.
Damn. All right. Family trade stinks. I'm not really interested in that. We'll just fill the attack slot in. Got scrammed. Trying to get into speedrunning this game. Just got an 1141. It's getting there. Yeah, well, congrats. Well done. Why 0 heat, sir? This is kind of going to be a little guide, sort of, I guess. Mostly aimed for newer players. Not the newest players. I already have a video for those builds out there, if you're interested. Okay. You don't need to use the cast every time, Dan. Boom, boom. While I could have spiced it up for ourselves, I guess it didn't really make a lot of sense. Woo! I'm gonna get hit. Oh! I lost one. That dang Chaos Curse is actually quite painful for us. Could have played it safer here, no doubt. Charge it all the way up, and we'll just wait. Drop the cast right before. There we go. Dunzo. Send her back. Hermes is really well balanced in 2. Yeah. I think, too often in Hades 1, it's like you either got the nuts or you got nothing. Nuts or nothing, baby. Which game do I prefer? I prefer having them both, really. I don't really have a favorite. I love all my babies equally. Random hammer for fun? Sure. Maybe we'll get something useful? Come on.
Should keep me company.
Your attacks deal plus 200% damage striking foes from behind. Too bad, chat. We tried. Oh, how we tried. One more encounter until this is over. Hyper Sprint plus Rush Delivery in Hades 1. And it was really powerful, but it felt really bad if you didn't get it, right? So no golden rule yet. No crazy hammers yet. Hopefully we can change that. Aha! Hopefully we can change that. Since we're getting a hammer in this chamber, you can't really... There's no odds of increasing... getting another one from Echo. Because there's always going to be another chamber before Echo at this point in Morning Fields. So I would consider taking it last if it wasn't for that. I should probably be playing a little bit more like this right now. Magic is not a concern. And meanwhile, the cast still hurts me. It's how I should have been playing the Skilla fight, too. Aha! Hey, hey! There you go. There's one. Okay, we at least got one hammer that kind of showcases the damage. Your specials pierce through foes and return to you at the end of their path. I mean, the main thing here is that each of your Omega specials now deals potentially double damage. Double the hits are getting triggered, right? Double the hits. Double your pleasure. Use this thing. What do we got? There's the money. Double it up. I'm used to an engagement ring, so I dropped that there. But yeah, coming back is just insane. You'll see a big difference between the bosses, I think. Woo! You don't have to utilize the homing mechanism. Double up? No double up. Sad day. There's Hera. No double up. Sad day. Nectar hit the wrong thing. Okay. No, we don't want Demeter. We don't have to roll this door. Poseidon technically has more stuff, but we want to save the rolls for this, I guess. Is there any build using only axe blocks? Well, you can make one, probably. Go ahead. Woo! There we go. I think it technically could work. No, it's not the right duo. I think you still take it. Because it's really strong anyway. It is very strong already. We get 4 infusion boons from that bad boy. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, you could get another boon from Echo. Reroll it? I don't think so. I think you take it. It's pretty good. Water fitness, so that ups our max health. Wispy Wiles gives us dodge. Martial art gives us damage. Slow cooker gives us damage as well. I think it's fine. Oh, reroll with Echo, you mean. Water fitness, 75 health. Wispy Wiles, 6% dodge. Slow cooker, 6 power. That's actually pretty good. Well, 6 power is low, but yeah. Martial art, 20% more. Only regular special damage, though, so not that potent.
Hello.
All right, sometimes you can get screwed here and get Nemesis. That didn't happen. Here's Hera again. Here she comes. Here's Golden Rule.
Take care.
Who needs luck? Oh.
Infinite possibility.
Who needs luck? No. All right, we'll fill in the last slot here at least. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can still fix it. We can fix it, chat. Haha. Ooh, no one's on the door that could give us Golden Rule, so we're just gonna go this way then. No rolls. We're out. We have the Arcana for the duos on? We do. I keep thinking we have, engagement ring on, so I keep dropping the cast early. Woo! I think this is potentially the most important aspect to kind of get used to using the Omega special. Sorry, dropping the cast. Damn. Damn, dog. Dropping the cast while charging your Omega special. I think. We're out of rolls. Maybe I should have only rolled that last one once. Not sure. No double up? No, I'm sad now. Woo! Got him. We got like the mini, kind of a mini boss there. In one shot. Double? No double. No, haha, yes. There's no point in conserving our money if we don't already have Golden Rule. So unless we one of those gods gets offered for free at the exit here, we're gonna go to the shop. While you could wait for Tartarus to see if it could help you, but it doesn't really make sense. No double. Hey, Hera's back. All right, this time. All the core slots are full. This is guaranteed. I mean, it's not actually guaranteed, to be clear. But in my mind, it's guaranteed. Right? Can we all agree? Zhang? Auntie Hera, please? Bloodline is really not great. I don't think we're actually worried about magic. Bloodline is not great for this. We're not spamming Omegas that much, I would say. These are all kind of useless. You actually specifically would not want family trade. I'm looking at the types here. They're all rock, which would only affect martial art, which is not great. So that kind of doesn't matter. So I guess we're just going to take nasty comeback. I don't think so. I tried. Oh, how I tried. Well, luckily we deal enough damage without anyway, kind of. But it would just be fun to get Golden Rule, right? So just picture in your heads, you know, an extra 130 damage per dagger right now on the Omega special. Come on, y'all are creative like that, right? It's no big deal, right? Holy cow, the damage. See? There was nothing to worry about. And we only got one of the goofy hammers. Send him back to mama. Never miss, right?
Of recognition.
Imagine if you would, yeah. I hope they change the description of Golden Rule to make it more clear. The thing is, it'll probably still be confusing, if I were to guess.
Finally out of here.
There we go. Temperature in my office, 78 Fahrenheit, like 26 Celsius. It's pretty warm in here, huh? Pretty warm. Last keepsake. Is there anything that could help us here, really? We could put on Hera's to try to make sure she's on a mini-boss door. I do think Metallic Droplet is typically nice, but probably not necessary here. Black and Fleece is quite good. It's quite good. It's fine here. Don't need Chaos. Nah, no White Antler. I'm not much of a believer in Evil Eye. Why not go for broke with Hera? I guess I could. I think for alternatives here, you wouldn't do the gold purse because who knows if we'll even get Golden Rule now, right? I think Droplet is usually okay. Black and Fleece is usually good here. I don't love Evil Eye personally. I think Line Fang is kind of okay. Not like orgasmic or anything, but I guess let's try to make sure we get Golden Rule best we can. We're not going to need that, right? Yarn technically should help us get it, right?
Useful.
Squad?
Going down.
Guaranteed? You're trying to skip me talking? Why would you do that? How rude. How dare you?
Worked.
Does Black and Fleece apply to Poseidon's waves? It should not, no. I recommend, honestly, watching the videos at like 1.5 speed.
She has returned.
I get it.
Master of the fences.
Woo! Ah, it's funny you say that because more than a few times I've gotten comments like, "Why don't you ever explain why you didn't take literally everything in the run?" It's just like, oh my god, that's a lot of explaining.
That's settled.
All right, we'll take that, eh? That's a lot of explaining. It's like not even just explaining what I did take, but I have to explain what I didn't take too. Okay. Howling Soul's fine. It's a little weird. It's fun though. I hate it when it whiffs, so I tend to. Sometimes I like to actually avoid it.
Take care of him, okay?
Did I miss the backstab damage? I wouldn't say I miss it because I don't really think about it. So now the cast will at least stick. Oh, so Howling Soul was potentially a mistake here. We can no longer cast while charging our Omega. And we have to use that ahead of time instead now. Because as soon as you put one of those boons on that throws your cast, you can't use it during. That is something to consider that I forgot about. Still no Hera yet. Italian mistake. It took me a long time to figure out what people were talking about. Like, why does he keep saying Italian mistake? I'm like, what do they mean? I honestly had no idea what they were talking about. It took a while. And now I refuse to answer the lore. Alright, there's Hera on the mini-boss door. Gonna take money doors as well? You want me to? Woo-woo, chatties. Oh! Alright, do the dance.
Find these things.
Come on, I have a yarn.
Hear me.
I have the keepsake, 2,000 gold. I see. Wow.
So be it.
What'd that hit? Smolder Ring, Nexus Sprint. Oh joy.
For Charon.
Palms. We'll skip the palms. I know we could sit here and do like every encounter, but there's not much point. Game must be broken. Yeah, it's probably bugged, right? Can we all agree? So again, I'm pleading with everyone to use their imaginations right now. Just imagine what this could be like. Can you picture it? Can you picture it? F10? I mean, we have seen... I know, so like in the codex, their double up is listed as a prerequisite. I guess I don't remember off the top of my head. Is it possible the codex is wrong? I mean, this is way too small of a sample size for me to really make these claims. Ugh. I'm gonna say no to Selene. But I actually, when I just think about it, I'm just not positive that... There's always this chance, especially in early access, that something's a little off. What are the exact percentages for a duo? I don't actually know. We have the Chrono card on. That helps, though. We are going to go that way, I guess. More doors might mean that we could get Terra, right? Or Poseidon, for that matter. Holy crud. This is where, like, just spamming the Omega special feels pretty nice, right? Until the stupid hourglasses get in the way. Come on, dude. Send him back. 360 gold. 26. That's all she wrote. Please, come on. No, I got a little concerned. One more chance. One more hot chance. Of course, we're paying for it. I believe the more expensive boons give you higher rarity boons, too. How many boons are left, Tara? Apparently too many. Am I out of my mind? Did I forget something? Well, we tried. So I guess we might as well spend our money. I think, you know, I think it's still a big takeaway just how strong this is. We didn't even get, you know, the best possible things, but it's obviously still very, very good, right? It's obviously still very good. I just needed that moon cloud, you know what I mean? Yeah, they just really didn't want us to have it. Truly did not. Truly, madly, deeply. Oh my god, it's 3 o'clock already. Look at that. So, I know, like, ideally, in a video guide like this, I would show, like, the top end. We got, like, the best things ever. The best possible things. But sometimes it's almost better if that doesn't happen, right? Because it kind of shows that you don't have to get the best possible things in the game. Like exactly one hammer, exactly this boon, exactly this, exactly that. There's a bit more leniency to it. Because if it's that precise, is it really that good, right? It's kind of like, is a build that good if it requires 3 duo boons to get going, so to speak, right? Woo! I mean, look at this damage right now, right? It's still pretty damn good. Okay. Send him back. Send him back, baby. Send him back. We didn't need it, chat. I wish I could have showed you, but we do have videos where we use Golden Rule. Oh, come on. Took a bit longer than I would have guessed.
Legions of the Golden Age, answer my call.
Wheel, 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 wheel. Wait for the health bar. Or whatever. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, hot dog. Oh, crumb. I kept trying to use the cast, but I think I kept trying to do it too early. Send him back. There you go. Do-do-ba-ba-do-do-bo. Okay. There it is. There it is. Any questions about the build? We'll recap it in case you missed some of it. But any questions like things to replace or anything like that? Why is that, like, weird? I don't know. I don't remember it being empty. Very slow without the mouse. So that is aspect of Pan for the daggers. Just exploiting the Omega special, basically. We got Sudden Flurry. And we got Hook Knives. Those are obviously very important for it. And then just a special boon. And honestly, if that's all you have, you're going to have a pretty good time. You can see the damage here, right? Like, Poseidon Waves did a lot, considering. We didn't get Slippery Slope. We didn't get Golden Rule like we had hoped. Slow Cooker probably did a little bit of work, but yeah. Would others, specials would work? Yeah, I mean, like, Aphrodite special is fine. It's fine. I'd still recommend Poseidon over it a little bit. I wouldn't recommend Hestia's generally. There's some goofy runs you can have with it, but if you just want to have, like, the strongest run, this works well. It should segue pretty decently into Golden Rule, too, is the other thought. I think most of the specials are fine for this. Yeah, Apollo Legendary. Oh, yeah, of course. But of course. Elementary particles we had, though, at least, right? There you go. There you go. Slow Cooker. Yeah, Slow Cooker might have helped a little bit. Howling Soul actually did a decent amount. There you go. It'll probably be okay. If you there is this thing like if the game starts to feel too easy, you could increase the speed of the enemies, especially. Makes a big difference. How much damage they deal to you. And via the oath. Now, some of the oaths are not very fun, but if you just want to kind of challenge yourself, you could just make it so you take more damage and the enemies move faster. That's a little something, right? How long I play this game? I don't know what we're at. Maybe almost 300 hours now?